adversaries.
We're on our way to meet Governor Amachi. We've got our own close protection unit. It's the only time I've ever had one of those outside of a war zone. Then again, that's not really surprising, seeing as there have been 300 kidnappings here in the last 3 years. Most of them people from outside the country. Governor Amachi is a bit of a maverick. He's trying to push for the death sentence for kidnapping here. His particular constituency where he comes from is probably the toughest constituency in River State. It has more kidnappings, more acts of violence in it than anywhere else. We want to hear about what he's going to do about the kidnap threats here and the threat from Mend.
Governor Amachi has quite an act to follow. One of his predecessors, Peter Odili, faced accusations over the theft and mismanagement of several $1 billion in oil revenue. However, he has since been granted immunity by a government anti-corruption investigation.
We're now with the close protection team on our way to meet the Governor Amachi. So it's quite an impressive building, and there's a lot of security on.
Governor Amachi has requested that we get to his office at 7:30.
There's a mission statement here that says our mission is to serve our people with humility and render transparent and accountable stewardship anchored on integrity and good governance. We shall use our God-given resources to improve the quality of life of our present and future generations and empower our people in a peaceful, just, harmonious society under God. It's a bit of a tall order. Let's hope he can achieve it. Well, after a very early start, we got up around 5:30 to be here for an 8 o'clock meeting with the Governor. It's now just gone 10:15, so we'll be waiting for 2 hours, 15 minutes. For what? For here? No, pleased to meet you, Governor. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. What will happen is if you're free, breakfast, then as you're taking breakfast, I'll just take the Navy and I'll come back to you.
Okay, I think that's fine. As far as I know, that's perfect. Thank you very much. This is rather impressive.
So go ahead, let me join the Navy.
Okay.
I'll take them out back.
Thank you very much, Governor. Thank you. We're taking breakfast. Yeah.
I have to sign this authority to Airman. Look at the money they ask for is heavy.
Governor, possible to talk to you about, some of the things that you inherited when you took over? What's your take on Mend?
I don't think there's anything called Mend. I've never seen one.
Really? There's no movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta?
I've never seen one. Let's see one person. Let one person come forward and negotiate with us. I've not seen one.
So they don't exist anymore?
I don't know. I've never seen one. I'm not sure whether they exist or not, but I've never seen one person called Mend. So far, the people I've been dealing with in River State have been criminals.
Right, criminals. So they're using it as a political excuse for criminal actions?
Yes. 99.9% of those involved in River State are criminals.
They're criminals. Pure and simple.
Yeah, see?
Well, particularly as you've gone out and said that you wanted the death penalty for acts of piracy.
In Nigeria, robbery attracts death penalty.
Yeah.
Now, here is kidnapping, force of arm, and collecting a human being. What's the difference? This is even worse than robbery.
Was that a popular move?
I think it's popular with the people. You should go to the streets. People are tired of these criminals. They are tired of these criminals. So it's quite popular. It may be unpopular with the NGOs, civil rights or human rights movement, but what's their population?
Is it possible to come around and see the people with you? Because you seem...
Let's go.
governor then takes me on what is ostensibly a PR tour of all the good works he's doing throughout Port Harcourt.
I have to talk about piracy because that's the reason, one of the reasons that we're here. What do you think that can be done to stem the problem with piracy here?
Poverty. Most of those people who are involved in crime now used to go fishing. Now there's nowhere to fish.
Because of the fish are killed.
Of course. The military governors that we had lacked the courage to enforce discipline and development control, which is what we're doing now.
You're saying that the piracy is a direct result of the poverty?
Of course. Who would want to carry guns and rob people in the sea if he can feed himself? Because you know the consequence of that is death.
You don't take that risk unless you...
Yes, unless you know you have a risk of dying too, out of poverty.
The governor has a no-nonsense reputation. He's been criticised for bulldozing illegal housing. But our first stop is a new hospital.
Yeah, this is obviously a bit of a publicity tour, but I have to say, he is genuinely popular with the people here. And you can only begin to imagine how unpopular the past governors were. I think he's a breath of fresh air to a lot of the people here.
For the rest of the day, we continue to visit power stations, water plants, schools, and other worthy projects. The governor seems genuinely popular with the people, but I can't help feeling that I'm being dragged further and further away from my reason for being here.